Well, Stonehenge just got sprayed orange, and a man killed his fishing buddy because he didn't want to be sacrificed to Sasquatch. We have two dinosaurs running for office over here in the United States. The insanity is escalating. I'm going to talk about it because you're going to have to put on your seatbelt. I told you, we're in it. Let's go. Welcome to Landria, Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through fear and live an amazing life. You know I don't watch media. People have talked to me about things and I don't even know what it means. And we're talking about big stuff. I'm like, you don't know what it means? I said, so what are you filling your little mind with? You know, this entangles you with everything you focus on, you become a part of. You literally become a part of it. So everything has its expression, but is still one. So in other words, if I'm looking over here, I'm still in the room, even though that's back here. And when I look here, now my whole reality is this. That's how it works. When you focus on anything, you become entangled with it. So this is why I avoid all media. First of all, I hope that you will subscribe because I've got really good stuff coming for you. I'm going to be on Coast to Coast AM with George Norrie on July 7th. 1 o'clock to 5 a.m. Somewhere in there I'm going to be talking to him for quite a long time. We're going to talk about miracles. I'm going to explain to you actually today what it is because insanity is escalating. Yeah, and here's what it is. Insanity is escalating because we are entrenched in the material world that is so dense that we cannot relate to anything that feels compassion, love, euphoria. We're not connected to that at all. We're connected to the feelings of the material world, the illusion that allows us to experience darkness. So when we go into that and we continue to, through our choice, because no matter how dark you're in, like you could be in the basement, no matter how dark it is there, you still have a choice. It is not easy because that becomes addictive. It's exciting. I have to tell you, the human experience of darkness is very addictive. Darkness is addictive, yeah? It's exciting, isn't it? It gets boring if everything's wonderful all the time. You let it shake it up a little bit. Well, maybe you don't. I don't. I am in a space where I exist and entangle with the higher frequency, but we're still in it together. That means you don't avoid seeing or experiencing what's happening around you. So those who are in density, they are in such deep, dark belief systems that no matter what happens out there, they're going to hang on to it tighter because they don't know what else is out there. I'm going to talk to George about this. What is a miracle? What are miracles? Actually, it's not like, oh, I'm here, how do I get a miracle? We're going to do the opposite. You know me. I don't believe in law of attraction. I believe you shift into the reality that you desire. You don't have to attract anything. You can't attract the penthouse down to the basement. You got to go to the penthouse. You don't attract anything. You become it. Be that, right? Know it is done. This is simple stuff, but we're programmed. We got to step out. That means you have to make a choice. A miracle is actually what we are. It's everything else that is the issue. How do I get a miracle? You stop hanging on to the hate, the density, the judgment, the pain, all that other stuff, and you just go into what you are. You are that, I am that, I am. Yeah, it's really that simple. Miracle is perfection. You are perfect. You are never sick. You are never sad. You're not. Those are illusions that you're experiencing. You, the essence of you, is none of those things. The veils, I said, you know, we're going to put you in a box with a bunch of blankets over your head. I'm going to sit you out on the beach, and you're going to sit in there and go, I desire to be in a beautiful beach, a sunny beach. I'm like, okay, you're in the sunny beach? You're just in the box? Nobody can open it for you? and you're going, please get me to the sunny beach. You have to open the box. That's how it works. And then pull the blankets off your head, look around. Wait a minute, I've been in the beach the whole time? Yeah, sorry, that's how it works. You have to just recognize it. Everything else, so you say, oh, so how do I get past this? Well, you guys, I have all kinds of stuff for you. This is free. Digital Explorers, we're creating online businesses based on our passion. We're living lives. We're living the journey. We're not trying to get to someplace. We are creating the journey. Digital Explorers, we're creating the journey of earning money online, doing amazing things for the planet and ourselves. We're not waiting to retire so that we start living our lives and money will fix it. It doesn't work that way. Why do people want to retire? Because they hated working, right? They were exhausted. It wasn't good. Why would you retire? If you love what you're doing, why would you retire from golf and painting? If that's what you love doing, you wouldn't quit. Say, okay, I'm retired now. Stop doing the things you love. Digital Explorers, we do that. We do the things we love. You'll never want to retire. Dolores Cannon, she trained us on quantum healing hypnosis technique. I'm actually a trained hypnotist by her. She was working till her 80s. She loved it. I want that for you because that's the life you can live right now. But we're fighting things. We're battling things. We got some cray-crays. I'm going to say it. It's a fun name. I mean it affectionately. Cray-crays that think they're going to get attention by spraying Stonehenge orange. I'm going to harm this to get attention for this that I want, ego wants. It has to do with oil. They want to ban oil. I'm not going to say the organization name. I'm not going to give them that attention. It's like if I scream and cry, I'll get what I want. Is that how you want to earn things? Any violence, conflict, anything that destroys or harms in order to get your way is the basement thinking. It's density. It's the lowest form of human behavior. It's darkness. What they did was darkness. Got him attention. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow, these guys are great. I'm going to join their cause. People who go and destroy something beautiful that had nothing to do with their cause. You just lost my respect. Because in the material world, I get to choose that. You're going to behave badly? Are you going to try and earn votes from telling me bad stuff the other person's doing? Or are you going to tell me the good stuff that you're going to do? Because in the illusion, there is good and bad. We create it. Out there, there's no such thing. It all just is. It's all experience. It is here, too. But we get to experience bad, good. If you want to get attention, do amazing things. Give. So there was a TikTok challenge. How many doors can you kick in? There are actually idiots out there that do this. You know, oh, this is cool. I'm going to kick some doors in. Huh. They're doing it here in the United States. A few people in Florida had it happen. So I started a TikTok. I'm banning myself from TikTok, which is okay because nobody watches me over there anyways. And even if they did, I would stop going on there because they're obviously trying to plant some very negative behavior over here. Are you falling for it? Are you falling for it? Are you watching it? You're the problem. Yeah, you're the problem. If you think there's a problem, you're the problem. All right? You get your own choice. I will have nothing to do with it. Now, so let's go over to my challenge. I shared this with people. I said I'm boycotting TikTok because they're obviously trying to do some damage to our youth to get them to behave badly, and they're doing it, right? They're doing it. They're easily malleable. So I created an Instagram challenge. How many homeless people can you randomly help? Film it. Show me. I do it all the time. I will see a homeless person and I will go into a restaurant and buy them the meal that they want. Not some fast food crap. If they want that, I'll give it to them. When I was filling up my gas tank, a man said, he wanted money. I said, I won't give you money because I don't, A, have any on me. B, what are you going to use it for? If it's food, I'll walk you in there and I'll buy you anything you want. He says, yeah, I want food. Cool. He was a pretty skinny guy. Stinky, dirty. That's homelessness. I don't care how he got there. It's none of my business. This is a spiritual butt kick. It's none of my business. It was a choice he made in his life, right or wrong. If I judge that, I'm in the basement. There's no compassion in that thought. I said, I don't have to judge this. I don't have to know. I just heard a cry for help. Am I going to offer it? So I said, let me finish putting my gas in. I'll walk you in there. I walked in because I wanted them to know he was with me. I said, this gentleman is going to pick out some food and I'm going to pay for it. And they all smiled behind the counter. And he took his time. I said, no rush. He says, can I have that? I said, yeah. I said, what else do you want? Well, that. I said, get them both. What else do you want? Go ahead, get it all. And he put everything down on the counter, and I paid for it, and they were all smiling. I said, thank you. And he took his stuff, and we walked out. We didn't make a big damn deal out of it. The man was hungry. I fed him. I fed him what he wanted. He didn't get second choice because he doesn't deserve it. He got what he wanted. Now they weren't serving steaks in there or whatever. I'm vegan anyways, or vegetarian I should say. Doesn't matter. What can you do at the moment? The guy in the street, I was with my friend who was very uncomfortable with me doing this. I walked in, I said to him, I said, what do you want? I said, I'll go into this shop here. He goes, no, there's a really good deli at the end of the block. Okay. Of course, the sandwiches were $20. I said, okay, what do you want? He wanted some special deli kind of thing. I said, you want horseradish? What do you want? So I went in and I talked to them and they said, oh, that's Dave or whatever. They said, he's actually a really cool guy. I said, you know what, he seemed pretty cool. He looked clean, he was in a wheelchair. I don't know, I had the feeling he might have been a vet. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They don't rank higher in my viewpoint. People are people. So I got him the food and I got him some extra stuff and I got him a big thing of water and I came out and I said to him, I put the horseradish on the side because I didn't know if you wanted it. He goes, thank you. And we didn't make a big deal like, oh, aren't I great? Well, while I was getting the sandwich, you probably heard this before, my friend kept walking and he walked up like a half a block and stood there the whole time. He didn't want to be standing next to this man having a conversation while I was in getting the sandwich. It made him uncomfortable. And now this is a wonderful person. He's one of my best friends. But when we go into those spaces, I've noticed his tolerance and his viewpoint is a little bit different. So it doesn't make him a bad person. There's a lot of programming there. But through demonstration, I can show him how beautiful that was. And he came back, when I gave the gentleman that, he walked back. And a couple days later, he said something about it, like, oh yeah, well, when you fed that guy and whatever, and I said, yeah, I have the feeling, just, what, he was on hard times. It doesn't matter. And I think I shifted my friend a little bit. I think he saw how cool that was, and that was a real person that deserved respect, whether they are insane or not. Insanity is increasing, and it's not with the homeless people out there. It's us. What are you fighting for? If I hear that, I'm fighting for freedom. There's no fight for freedom. Those two don't even go together. That's an old world. You might think that I'm wrong about that. I'm okay with that. I welcome your comments. If you have to fight for anything, you are in conflict. Create. Create. Do we have, you don't like oil? Great. Create the solution, jackass. Don't be spraying beautiful monuments. Fortunately, they were able to clean it off. They said, oh, it was going to, come off with the rain. Doesn't matter. That display was a sign of conflict to get attention in a very negative way. How about getting attention in an amazing way? What if we went out and I said, go buy a bunch of meals. Go where I know exactly where to go here in my city to find people who can use sandwiches. Buy a bunch of, rolled up sandwiches, something easy for them to eat. Get a whole bag, go walk out there and hand them out. And don't expect accolades for it, right? You want to do that with me? So we got some yin-yang in Oklahoma who shoots his friend because he was going to sacrifice him to Sasquatch. Ooh. Woo! Let me out of the insane asylum because it's getting crazy. Vimeo just went down. I can't post my videos right now on my training site. There's stuff going on. There's going to happen more and more and more. Why? Systems break down. It's not some, ooh, the gods are punishing us. No, when you load things up and systems get old and technology hasn't been updated or whatever, crap goes down, okay? It just goes down. It's a cycle. All right, so we're going to see more of this. And then, of course, we have nature. Has its cycles. It's all it is. Don't make some big thing out of it. Okay, we're almost through June now. Nothing big's happened. I saw something about our monetary system well over a year ago. By October, the banks are going to shut down. The U.S. government is going to... Hasn't happened. Could happen in the future. Sure, hopefully, because the current system stinks. I was an investment banker for 20 years. Messed up. Totally messed up. Couldn't pay me to buy a stock. It's all an emotional game. It's all a game. It's all a game. And the insanity is increasing because the lower frequencies feel like they have to fight for something. But my cause is good, so I'm going to destroy this or do that to get attention. For my good cause, you just destroyed your reputation and your credibility. That is not how we function in a new earth. We solve the issues because that's what we're here for, is to go into that amazing positive space to say, here is an opportunity for me to do something amazing. How do I counterbalance what's going on? How do I show somebody an option to be great? Not chastise them or judge them or point fingers or my organization or our community garden. I see that a lot out there. Our garden, it's gonna feed us. Guess what? You're gonna be the first target that everybody goes after because you're in conflict. You're gonna get the people who are gonna come and raid your garden or raid your stash. I've heard stories about this where people have hoarded stuff, yeah, and guess what happened? They got robbed and everything was stolen. What if you were the one that was giving? And guess what? If I starved to death doing it, I'm okay with that. I'd rather go out that way than getting shot or shooting somebody for stuff. Give. And know that you can receive. And a lot of you give and you say, I give and I never receive. I said, well, the problem is you're not receiving. It's okay to receive. And in your head, you think it's not okay to receive. Abundance is for everyone. It's for you. And if you are living a life of struggle, ask yourself why, because you can change it. And it's part of the opportunity. Sometimes we go through struggle so we can have the opportunity to, let's just say, conquer the situation, to create a new opportunity, to be great. Because if you sat around eating bonbons, you would never do anything amazing, right? Fear drives you. Breaking through it is the most amazing thing you can do. It's like it drives me to not be in a bad relationship, to not be abused anymore, to not allow hunger, to not be broke anymore. And you're going to go through all these phases. Everybody gets to experience that. It's beautiful, but you don't have to stay there. How are you acting? Are you acting like an insane person? Are you watching the insane people? And people, People told me, oh, TikTok, well, they can't watch all his videos. I said, hey, yin yang. I didn't call them that. I was thinking it. Yeah, I have emotions too. AI does all that. We have computers doing all that. There's not a person watching 5 billion videos. They were justifying this behavior. Most of what you see isn't even real. You'll never know anymore because AI is so good. And it's not AI. It's the programmers, it's the users, it's the creators. Just like anything, the quantum field can be used for amazing, beautiful things or for destruction. You get to choose, and this is the world right now. And you better put on your seatbelt because the insanity is going to increase because people who are in that low density world see it crumbling and they're frustrated. And so we need to send our light and love and say, what's an option here? I don't need to correct you or judge you or try to change your mind or tell you how you should think and be spiritual. Go down the deep end. Go down the rabbit hole if you want, because that's probably why you came here. And through that information that you gain, the collective actually also benefits. I know it doesn't seem like it, but that's the game we're playing here. Can we pull out of it? So there are those of us who came here who absolutely know that we are meant to present options. Digital explorers, come on over. We create an entire business from scratch. You don't have to know anything. Come over. If you want to change the planet, you want to change your life, how you're working, how you're earning, come on over. We'll find what you should be doing. That's amazing. That's passion, purpose, positive impact. We're going to create it, and then we're going to create an actual business. We're not, I'm going to meditate and be in the garden. No. We're going to go out there on the planet, reach everybody we can to say, here's some options I have. Here's healthier things you can do. Here's mindset training. Here's some meditations. Here are products that won't mess up the planet. I'm going to offer this to you, and I'm going to make money doing it, and you're going to benefit, and we become powerful in the most positive way. Don't get caught up in the insanity. It's going to increase. And we can't do much about people in those institutions, sort of a great word, that are going to run our country. If you take a side, well, good luck with that. There's no one person who's right or wrong, and no one so far is looking after the collective. They just think what they think is right, and they're going to impose it on other people, and we'll have more conflict. Don't let it be you. Don't let it be you. I hope you'll join me on Coast to Coast AM, July 7th. It should be a lot of fun. I think George may be surprised at my answers to miracles. Miracles are just what we are. It's only when we pierce the veil and we see it that we call it a miracle, because we're in the box. The box is the illusion. When you remove the box, there are no miracles anymore. You're just perfect. You don't have to have a miracle. Everything's exactly the way you desire it to be, and everybody is looking after everybody's best interest because we know we're one. And so what I do to you, I do to myself. These things you do to the least of us, you do to me. You are whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.